Advanced career strategy, I'm sure some of you might have seen this model before, but this is my overall framework for your learning and development. And basically in this program, we are covering all these areas. So it starts with your personal development. It starts with your personal leadership, changing your mindset, changing your inner game, which leads to your peak performance. Now, peak performance or work-life integration is not equivalent to workolism, by the way. Many people misunderstand that. The peak performance or work-life integration, do I need to work all the time? Absolutely not. This is quite contrary, and we'll talk about in detail about that. But that's part of your personal leadership. Once you are ready, once you are prepared, you move to your public leadership, which is basically two main expertise or competencies: personal branding and your relationship and networking. With the help of these two competencies, you are prepared to deal with the world, and that is where your expertise come. Because if you have a lot of expertise, a lot of talent, and only you believe that you are talent, the world does not believe into it, it's all going to be useless. Before you could share your expertise with the world, you need to ensure that they understand your brand, they understand your expertise, and that is where your personal branding and relationship matters. And look, your results are only your influence. Don't worry about anything else. All other things are your byproduct. Money, rank, designation, your role, all those are byproducts. You should focus creating influence. I meet many CFOs, experienced senior level CFOs, who are frustrated. They would tell me that, look, I have good solution and good advice for all the problems in our company, but my CEO does not listen to me. And I tell them there is a reason he doesn't listen to you, because he doesn't believe you. You have no influence on that person. I believe that your solutions are workable, but your CEO does not have the level of trust and confidence on you. So he doesn't listen. So influence is your key to success. Once you have influence, and influence not only in your work environment, in your life. Do you have influence in your family members? Do you have influence on your neighbors? Do you have influence on your professional friends? It should be part of your personality. And that is how you should measure your success. So this framework is fully covered in this program. As we go through the content, you will realize that we are covering each and every area in quite some detail. So your career plan is not something different than your life plan or life vision. That's very important part of the work-life integration, that your work and life are not two different things. The problem with the concept of work-life balance is that as if these are two different things. When you go to work, you shut off your life and you are in non-life area. And when you leave the work, you are released from the prison and you are back in your life. It's not like that. All the time we spend at work is part of our life. It's very precious time. So it's integrated, and we need to ensure that every moment of life, whether work or personal life, we are utilizing fully for us and for the people around us. So this is a typical profile for a successful finance professional for future. So as you could see, strategic thinking is all about a strategy. You don't develop a strategic thinking without really learning a lot about your business. Next thing, your leadership skills, your communication, emotional intelligence, teamwork, collaboration, presentation skills, etc. Then technology has become very important. So understanding the basic technologies, machine learning, blockchain, data analytics, IoT, all those things. And fourthly, on the bottom left side, your professional network is very crucial. Now, many times people forget about this part. All three components would not be fully utilized or would be wasteful if you don't develop your professional network. But that is the door to the opportunities. Professional network is opening to the world. You could develop a lot, learn a lot for the three areas, but unless you have an opening window to the world, nothing will happen. So don't undermine the critical importance of your professional networking. This is a comprehensive curriculum, all four areas, as I said, that strategy, leadership, technology, and also a lot of personal development. Here is something you need to understand before we jump into the contents. Now, this is from Daniel Goleman. Daniel Goleman is the living legend and a global expert on the emotional intelligence. And he says that for leadership development, you need a different approach. So look at this picture. Left, I hope you understand the difference between left brain and right brain. The left brain is more like logical. Left brain is rational. Left brain, we could learn anything faster. All of our life we spend in a school, college, university, we usually use our left brain for those learning. That is why we learn very quickly, very fast, right? From year to year, we advance very fast because we are using all the time our left brain. Right brain is more emotional, is more feelings, not logic. It works with the emotions like loyalty and trust, passion, drive, decision making. This is an area where our habits are formed or changed, but it takes longer. The way right brain learns is very different than the way left brain learns. This is the finding from Daniel Goleman. And he said that, look, all of your learning life as a student in the school, college, university, it worked very well with your left brain. But now in your practical life as a practicing professional, it is your right brain which you need to use for your learning, especially for the leadership development. That is the reason that we learn so slow. In our matured adult life, we learn slowly. So imagine that when you are sent for a 5-day workshop, how much things are dumped on your brain or your mind, and you feel good for the time being, but when you come back, you're back to where you started, right? Now, this program, this strategic CFO program, is a very comprehensive program. It's 1 year. There is about 70, 80 hours of contents. We can dump those 70, 80 contents. If I could create a 2 weeks workshop, non-stop full day, I could dump all those contents in 2 weeks. Would you learn the same thing? Absolutely not. It would all overflow. So what we have done, we have taken those 70, 80 hours contents and spread over a longer period, 12 months, to make it more understandable, digestible. This is the one of the crucial reason that most of the trainings at the corporate level fail, because they try to dump a lot of stuff in a short period of time. It doesn't work. As soon as I learned it, that was 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago actually, I changed the format of Mega CFO Academy. I'm no more conducting those day-long workshops. Most of my programs are 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months using the same format.